Hi, I'm James Kelly, Vice President of Halloween Productions, and you are in front of the entrance to the Darkness Haunted House here in St. Louis, Missouri. The Darkness has been around for 21 years now, and we've been voted for the last 10 years or so in the top 5 haunted houses in the whole country. This year I had this crazy idea, wouldn't it be great to take our haunted house and make a video game out of it? And so, that's what we did. I'm going to give you a rare tour, lights on tour of the Darkness Haunted House, and show you many things in the haunted house that we actually took and remodeled inside a computer and made a video game out of it. So we're going to go in. Here we go. Right behind me here is the Darkness Demon. The Darkness Demon is the focus of the haunted house. It actually starts out where some kids are going to the haunted house. At the stroke of midnight, the Darkness Demon possesses the whole haunted house. The Darkness Demon is the last guy you fight, very hard to kill, and of course really cool, and a giant area with lava and fire and everything. The first level of the game is the Mayan section, or what we like to call Indiana Jones style, because it's a mixture of lots of different temples. In the game you actually get to go through the jungle, fight a lot of characters that you're going to see throughout the haunted house here. These are pygmies, and we actually did a very good job of modeling them almost exactly in the game as they look right here in real life. There's actually a whole tribe of headhunters, and they come and they attack you from all sides, and they're very hard to kill. We have our gators and our crocodiles over here. I had to have them in the game because they're a real cool part of the Darkness itself. These impaled guys, you're going to see these all over the Mayan ancient section with the pygmies and the other things that are out attacking you. So this is our giant anaconda. This guy actually in the haunted house jumps out and tries to bite you in the head. And I love that so much I had to have that in the game too. And so you'll see him inside. So here is one of our suspension bridges inside the Darkness. It's really fun to walk over because this bridge goes over several areas that are full of piranhas. If you were to fall through the holes in the bridge, you're done for. I am in our cave section right now, and right behind that hole there, what jumps out of there is a giant skeleton T-Rex. The main character at the end that's really tough to beat of the Mayan section. And what you see behind me right now is a giant scary spider. And in the end, you gotta face one of these guys before you can get out. So look for the giant spider inside Curse of the Darkness. And behind me is the Swamp House, which is one of our famous scenes here in the Darkness. You're going to find this and the Swamp Hag inside the game, so make sure to check that out. The second level, which you're going to love, is the haunted house. And it is the most detailed, most scariest part. We added a lot of real scares in there, so you can't even play the game without jumping out of your seat once or twice. In the video game, there are several bedrooms that have little kids in them, and they're really tough to kill. So there's a whole room that's a nursery, and the dolls jump out of the cribs and try to stab you. So check those out when you play Curse of the Darkness. Okay, we are sitting in one of the newest and coolest scenes of the Darkness. This is our bathroom, and it has all sorts of scary elements. This prop behind me is actually one of the many props all over the place that was modeled especially to go into the game, because I wanted that particular piece and that particular scene. This is our dining room in the Darkness, and it is full of creepy characters and full of gross food. And I wanted to make sure that we had this scene in the game, along with the gross food. But we had to have some disgusting stuff in the Curse of the Darkness game also. And so this room is one of the rooms in there, this kitchen. I actually had this particular stove modeled exactly to a T for the video game, and you'll see it in there. Along with all the gross stuff that you see here, it's all modeled and all put in the game. We are in the morgue of the Darkness. We have a whole section in Curse of the Darkness game where there's gurneys, dead bodies, and lots of scary monsters that are attacking you. Alright, we're in our boiler, and we have a whole section in Curse of the Darkness that's the boiler. Here we have this really scary giant saw. So when you're walking through the room and these saws are going back and forth, if you get in the way, you're done for. So check this out when you go through and play the game. My friend here, the pig butcher, He's one of the main characters inside the mansion section of Curse of the Darkness game. He's really cool to look at in the haunted house, and in the game he's really hard to kill. And there's actually a giant greenhouse full of tons of scary plants, including Venus flytraps, and they all try to eat you. What horror game would be complete without zombies? You're going to see and have to fight a lot of zombies, a lot of scary characters, and you might even run into this guy here. You are now in the freezer at the Darkness Haunted House, and we had to have this in the Curse of the Darkness, and you will see this exact scene in the Curse of the Darkness game. However, the difference is they're coming after you. We are in the graveyard section of the Darkness. In the game Curse of the Darkness, it is a giant level with zombies and spooks. And then you have to go into a giant crypt, and in the end of the crypt you run into this guy, a Grim Reaper. And this is one of the main characters in the game, and it is very hard to kill. Now we're in Terror Visions, which is our 3D part of the Darkness Haunted House. We decided to do a whole bonus level that's just Terror Visions, and it's a really long level where you're going through carnivals, and you're going through freak shows. And this guy in particular, which we're calling Longjaw, is in the game along with lots of other characters here in the Terror Visions. The Terror Visions level is going to be a giant bonus to anyone who buys the game. I hope you enjoyed the walkthrough of the Darkness Haunted House, and I hope you enjoyed watching how we were able to make a game based on it. And hopefully you'll go to the website at hauntedhousevideogame.com and buy a copy.